Hello everybody, today I will be showing you how to create multiplayer games or servers for Garry's Mod 12. Quick note before we start. Garry's Mod 12 is not like retail Garry's Mod, so you cannot just make a multiplayer game and expect your friends to join. Before you make a multiplayer game, you have to set up port forwarding. People that heard about port forwarding like to say that this process is very long and complicated, but it's actually very easy and it takes up to 5 minutes and it's different for each router. I suggest going to YouTube and search your router name, how to port forward, and follow the steps from the tutorial. Port for Garry's Mod 12 or any Source Engine game like Counter-Strike Source or Team Fortress 2 is 27015. Alright, let's start. You can create two types of servers in Garry's Mod 12, multiplayer games and dedicated servers. Multiplayer game. Multiplayer game is really simple to create. While in the main menu, click on Create Multiplayer. Then select your server settings, game mode and a map, and when you're finished, simply click on the Start Game button. And that's it. If you set up port forwarding correctly, players could see your server in the server browser by clicking Play Multiplayer on the Internet section. For you though, it would show up in the LAN section. Add-ons and mountables that you have will be included in your server. If the second player that tries to connect doesn't have the add-ons like you, it will automatically start downloading your add-ons with a download speed of 500 kilobytes per second. Yeah, that's pretty slow. I recommend creating an add-on collection and sharing it with the other players. For the mountables though, other players will see it as an error and they need to get them. If people cannot see your server on the server browser, it's either that you didn't set up port forwarding correctly, or you have to switch off LAN mode by opening the console and entering the command serverland 0. Then restart the server by entering the command change level and the map that you had or you selected. If you get the error, connection failed after 4 retries while connecting, that means that port forwarding is not set up correctly. And just so you know, if the creator of the server crashes, closes the game or disconnects from the server also closes. Dedicated server. Dedicated server is like a multiplayer game, but it doesn't rely on its creator. So that means server can run with 0 players. You don't even need to have a game open for the server to work. It relies on the program called srcds, which is a server that you can close and open anytime you want. To create this kind of server, however, will take some extra steps. First, what you want to do is navigate through your Steam library and install Source 2007 dedicated server. You can find it in the Tools menu. After it's done downloading, you can find it in the Steam Apps Common. Now copy and paste your whole Garry's Mod 12 folder from Source Mods to Source 2007 dedicated server. And there it is. That's your server. To actually launch the server, you have to create a text document and change its format. If you don't see the file extension like .txt here, you have to navigate through the View tab and check File Name Extensions. Now change it from .txt to .bat. Then right click on it and click on edit. You can find this code in the description, just paste it here. You can change some stuff here like maximum players and the map. After you're done editing, simply save and close. You can rename the file if you want to. I like to rename it to start or something. Now by opening this file, server will start, and when you see VAC secure mode disabled as the last message, your server will be up. You will be able to see it in the LAN section, while other players can see it in the internet section. But we are not completely done here because number 1, this server is not running any mountables, and number 2, server uses the default settings like its name, prop limits, NPC limits, and etc. To configure the settings, you want to navigate through Steam Apps, Common, Source 2007 Dedicated Server, Garry's Mod 12, Config, autoexec.cfg. Now before we open this file, I strongly recommend downloading Notepad++ because it's easier and better than Notepad, and it's also free. Of course, these commands can be found in the video's description. Hostname is the name of your server. Type out the name between the quotes. No clip in God mode, 0 to disable, 1 to enable. PL damage is the PvP, 0 to enable it, 1 to disable it. Yeah, it's inverted for some reason. The next ones are the limits to the props, ragdolls, NPCs, and etc. SV default game mode though is the game mode. By default it's sandbox, but if you type in the file name of the game mode between the quotes, server will run it upon its launch. There are more commands that you can find on the internet, but I think these are the most basic ones. After you're done editing, of course, save it and close it. Then restart the server. For the mountables though, simply copy and paste the mountables that you have from source SDK base 2007 folder to source 2007 dedicated server, and restart the server if it's active. When you launch back the server, you can see what is mounted and what is not. Those that are mounted are labeled as OK, and those that are not are labeled as failed. And that's it. Let's test out all the things we did in this video and see if it works. And thank you for watching this video. Make sure to give it a like if you enjoyed it, and maybe subscribe to this channel. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.